Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Baha Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Baha Hashem, Kurhak Kadash, all praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to your apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Ray Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh by Shema Shah, trying to put a spiritual bug in your Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and your speckled birds. And what is the speckled bird? That be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about Esau and Amalek. Gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever I say through spirit, power, Yahweh, Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Kurhak, Quadash, Lord will be on me. Let's get it. He pissing out tumors. Yeah. Pissing cancer.
Is Netanyahu dead? That's the question flooding social media right now, after a sudden wave of posts claimed the Israeli prime minister had suffered a serious medical emergency. Rumors spread rapidly, with users asking if Benjamin Netanyahu was alive or if something was being hidden. Some even linked it to older conspiracy theories, claiming Netanyahu had been secretly replaced or had died earlier and the public was never told. These theories are not new. In the past, similar claims have surfaced during moments of political tension or limited public appearances. And this time, the trigger was a real health update. Netanyahu himself revealed that doctors had recently removed an early-stage malignant tumor. The discovery was made during routine medical monitoring following an earlier surgery related to an enlarged but benign prostate. According to Netanyahu, the tumor was extremely small, less than a centimeter, and was detected early. He said the treatment was successful and the problem was completely removed with no trace left behind.
Yeah, just like all those Palestinians, they were all removed with no trace behind. Eradicated all those people. But they ain't got them all yet. Shit.
In his own words, he described it as a
And I'm like, look at this. Why would you even bother pushing fake shit like this out, though? You know, what's the point of all this? I mean, they could have just been silent, not released any fake AI crap. And you remember at that time they were talking about he was dead and all that shit. I wasn't sure. Some people thought it was for sure he was dead. Nah. But anyway, that shows you that they're full of deception and liars, and they gotta push some fucking AI generated shit to prove that he's somewhat alive, but he's whatever.
Minor medical issue, and said, "Thank God it's behind me." He also stated clearly that he is now in excellent physical condition. But the timing of this disclosure raised questions. Netanyahu explained that he had intentionally delayed releasing this information. The reason? He did not want it to become
look at his fingers.
Public during the peak of the recent conflict involving Israel, the United States, and Iran. He said early disclosure could have been used by adversaries to spread propaganda. The
goddamn drink that doesn't even move.
Situation highlights how quickly misinformation spreads.
And it stays at the same level.
Especially when it involves global leaders. A routine medical update turned into viral death rumors within hours. And once again, older conspiracy narratives found new life online. But here are the facts. Benjamin Netanyahu is alive. The tumor was detected early, it was successfully removed, and he has confirmed he is in excellent health.
That's good for him, because I want him to be alive, so then he can live through the first years or days of captivity once he's a slave, under the rulership of Yahweh Shah and the real biblical Israelites. Yeah. Well, I want to see that day. Yeah, and his ass pushing them damn chains, carrying them baskets of rocks and whatever the hell. I don't give a fuck how old that nigga is. Well, that nigga gonna be feeling that damn pain and them whips on his back. Shit. Anti-Semitic dat, motherfucker. Let's get to the next video. Nigga got the PP virus. Not virus. I mean PP virus. He got the PP. He pissing out cancer. Shit.
Israeli settlers are hunting Palestinians, Palestinian kids. That's really, honestly...
Right, that's just like these crackers be hunting down you Israelites. Shit.
What they're doing. An Israeli settler today decided to shoot up a Palestinian school.
You see how hateful that is? You see how I gotta calm down because the last video I did, they consider that hateful, hate speech and shit. Now, if I come out with this video and put it on YouTube, and this is just on YouTube, they gave me hate speech strikes. But man, let me just let the video play. Cause I mean, damn, they talking about hate speech on shit I'm saying, but damn, look what y'all niggas are doing. Y'all are doing some hateful things.
Murdering one child, one man, and injuring several others. This is the Israeli settler here. Let me see if there's a photo of him. This is the Israeli settler that ended up shooting 2 Palestinians dead.
You see a rat with a gun.
13-year-old child, and then 1 man. And the whole thing was recorded on, the whole thing of him just going on this shooting rampage was recorded on video. Anna Kasparian stated, "Why are we funding this?" Drop Site News posted this. The video has been circulating a lot on social media now. And you see right here at the bottom where these buildings are, you see children running. And then you hear like kind of just...
Hey, running for their lives from this damn nigger.
Oh, it sounds like firecrackers almost.
This fucking small hat nigger.
Of gunshots.
This Jewish nigger.
And it's coming from the mountains here. And here's a zoomed in footage of it. And there's the settler right there.
Goodness gracious, how fucking cowardly you have to be. Shit. Trying to shoot at little kids. What a bunch. What if somebody shooting back at his ass? Oh, anti-Semitic. Yeah, it ain't fun when a rabbit got the gun, bitch.
Just doing his thing. So Drop Site News says Israeli settlers shot dead a 14-year-old student, a 32-year-old man at the West Bank school, with Israeli forces providing protection. Israeli settlers.
Wow.
Settlers opened fire at the boys' school in the village east of Ramallah on Tuesday afternoon. And on Tuesday afternoon, and with live bullets. Here, let me pause this. There we go. With live bullets, according to the Palestinian news agency, a paramedic at the scene said at least 3 settlers deliberately fired at children attempting to escape from a classroom from a position approximately 50 meters away. So, I mean, there you have it, and they're just they're going on a shooting rampage, and of course, nothing happens to them. By the way, every single time.
Of course, nothing never does. That made me want to go to this what that scripture is. What is it? Shit. Goodness gracious, where we at? Yeah, Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. I mean, where you Christians at when it comes to this shit? This is an atrocity. This is absolutely a fucking hate crime. Where's the Southern Poverty Hate Law Center? I'm gonna say hate center. Southern Poverty Hate Center. Law Center got to say about this shit. What do they have to say about this terrorist? Good, shooting children, unarmed people. Goodness gracious, and they get protection.
Time they do this, nothing happens to them. That's it. They might get arrested, maybe put in prison for like not even
shit.
Get put in jail for like a few days.
They them niggas get a high five and a pat on the back on a job well done. Shit, shooting up them goyams, them cattles.
And then get a slap on the wrist and get free. Let free. That's what happens. They're just let free after a few days. Every single time. Back in 2023, my uncle's neighbor in the occupied West Bank, 11 years old, was shot and killed by an Israeli settler. And it was an Israeli settler of Yitzhar, the settlement right next to my family's house. And if you scroll back through my timeline on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you'll see I made tons of videos about it at the time. I was really going through it. And nothing happened. Nothing happened to the guy. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nobody was arrested. Nothing happened. Not because the person wasn't known. The person was known. He's on the damn mountaintop. It's because they don't care. The IDF joins them in, assists them, joins them, participates in. A lot of the times the IDF and the settlers are one. They're paramilitary groups. You can't tell the difference. And they let them go. Palestinians are wild game. Okay? It's not racism, because to be racist, you have to view the other person as a human. They think they're subhuman. They do not view Palestinians as human. It's something else entirely.
Hey, look, everybody is subhuman. Shit, even you true biblical Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Middle Indians, and you speckled birds. Well, speckled birds, y'all can blend in, but that's still if they know, they'll look at you as Anyway, that's all I'm gonna play for this guy. I got a whole lot of videos I gotta play and get into, but if you want to watch the rest of the video of this atrocity, they're killing heathens, but goddamn, stop hurting my heathens, stop killing my slaves. That's what I really got a problem with. These niggas are hurting my slaves. And it just shows you how cowardly these devils are. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. God damn, bruh. This shit is ridiculous. But meanwhile, the Hebrew Israelites are the worst thing ever. I mean, the black Hebrew Israelites are the worst thing ever in the world, bruh. Anyway, this is what happens when the world is being ruled by wicked-ass people. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. And plus, they get hunted down like squirrels and shit. Goodness gracious, they shooting. They motherfuckers is out there shooting, popping squirrels like a little kid with BB gun and shit. I mean, come on, man. Let's get to the next one. The damn bloody man. They're absolutely bloody. What the fuck? If you don't know what's going on, what they're saying in that, what does the title say? 250 Indians, and this is in northeastern part of India. You got people like pretty much on the border of India and China, whatever the fuck they are. They're saying they are the lost tribe of Manassas. Now you're gonna have Israelites scattered all over the world. Yeah, the speckled birds are gonna look like these people and look like these people and these people and these people and these people. But come on, bro. These rats need to stop. And what they gonna do, especially what they did with those Ethiopians? They said they was claimed to be the tribe of Levi, and look where they're living at. Now the women got to take what's some damn contraceptive pills and shit, so they can't populate in Israel. They gonna be next. They won't be able to damn populate if they living up in that bitch. They said they ship 250 Indians from whatever you call that place, relocated to Israel. Man, shit, they gonna say, I want to go back home because they getting bombed over there. Why would you go somewhere? Anyway, the fact is these people are not the people at all. They just claiming they're the lost tribe of Manassas. Get the fuck out of here.
Over 250 people from northeast India landed at the Ben Gurion airport in Israel on Thursday. These residents of Manipur claim a lineage that stretches back nearly 3,000 years.
Oh my goodness. Shit. But they damn sure ain't got the spirit of a Amalekite. I know that for sure. These people ain't got look, he got his little small hats on.
This is the first group to have arrived in Israel after the government approved their relocation in November last year. They are the Bnei Menashe, the sons of Manasseh. They believe they are one of the 10 lost tribes of Israel, exiled by the Assyrian Empire in 720 BCE.
Really? They went through this Assyrian... Oh, really? 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 But you going, like I said, you're gonna have Israelites that are gonna look like the heathens have been scattered. We've been scattered all over the world. But how did they was scattered all over the world? Well, one way was transatlantic slave trade. That's how you really get people scattered all over the world. And Manassas, what happened to Manassas and Ephraim? They were goddamn massacred by Christopher Columbus, a small hat person. And he knew who they were, Manassas and Ephraim. They know the so-called Puerto Ricans and Cubans. They know who they were, Israelites. Well, they still are Israelites. These people are not the people of Manassas. Shit. Man, please. And then, plus, you can tell, however they say about Manassas Manassas he got bad memory or something? I forgot. But anyway, characteristics. There's certain characteristics, but whatever, man. Anyway, I want to get into that. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But these people are not the people. But here the Amalek trying to pick and choose who are the real biblical Israelites. And He's just on that bullshit.
After centuries in the diaspora, they're finally coming home, their promised land.
I feel like crying out of happiness. I would like to thank Hashem, first of all, Hashem.
Hashem, that's his name. Hashem, just the name. That's not his fucking name, Hashem. It's Yahweh Shah. No, it's Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah. Not no Hashem. It's Yahweh by Hashem in the name of, but his name ain't the name of.
The Jewish agency and all the people, the government of Israel, all the rabbis, because it is the promised land of our Hashem. We find it from the Torah that it is our promised land. It is our ancestors' land. We should move. We should.
Oh man, they gonna look at y'all like nothing when y'all get over there to. When y'all get over to Israel, they gonna look at you like y'all just some shit.
Go back to our own land. This is my. This is inside me.
But how does a community from the remote hills of Manipur end up with Israeli citizenship? It's a massive operation.
How did they even pinpoint to say? Can y'all prove these people are the people of Manassas? That's not how you spell it. Is that? Hold on. What is this? Manassas? Remember? I don't know. But how can you prove that these are the tribes of Manassas? I don't know. They can't even prove these fucking niggas. Amalek can't even prove they are the tribe of Judah. First, they said they were all the tribes. There's only one tribe, Judah. Whatever.
Involving the Israeli government and the NGO Shavei Israel. In late 2025, the Israeli cabinet approved a 5-year plan to bring over 5,000 Bnei Menashe to Israel. The operation cost millions, covering flights, housing, and Hebrew language lessons. The rabbinate requires a formal conversion process upon arrival to grant them full citizenship under the law of return. Immigration Minister Ofer Sofer, who welcomed the newcomers at the airport, said that their arrival marked a historic moment. And
probably what it is, they need more people to join the military. Probably they need yeah. And to be claimed for the young men to claim citizenship, you gotta join the military. But for the Amalek, real Amalekites, they didn't have to join. Or they do. There's some of them they still do. But they're not really joining certain operations. But anyway, it's a fucking joke.
Beginning of an operation that will allow the entire community to immigrate. 1,200 per year.
There's another video about this shit. I forgot about that. I do have another one up here. Down here.
250 newcomers aren't just visiting. They're being relocated to northern Israel.
I forgot to damn sort it out. Let me go to Wally. First, I need to rearrange this shit. I gotta refresh this. Let me see what damn, I can't pronounce the name. Wally. Let me see what Wally got to say. This shit is real hilarious, bro. Hilarious, bro.
Indians, a group of Indian Jews moved to Israel, and they're claiming that Israel is their ancestral homeland. About 240 of them have immigrated to Israel. This is, truly, this is some pretty interesting, to say the least, stuff. I want you guys to take a listen to what one of them had to say. It's from an Indian Jewish community named Bnei Menashe. Take a listen to what she says regarding her ancestral homeland, which is Israel.
We find it from the Torah that it is our promised land.
And where is this scripture? Where is this scripture? Where is this in the Bible that Manasseh will be found somewhere in India? the whole tribe of Manasseh. Hell, the whole tribe of Manasseh goddamn scattered all over the world, just like Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Asher, Zebulun, whatever. Issachar, we scattered all over the world. And what happened to Manasseh? That's another thing too. They were scattered all over the world during the transatlantic slave trade. Northern Kingdom went through the transatlantic slave trade before the Southern Kingdom. That don't mean that they are. Shit, there is Manassas. Shit, no. Anyway.
Our ancestors' land. We should move. We should go back to our own land.
It is her ancestors' land.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen over in that land. That place is filled with fucking heathens and a bunch of filth. And the Lord gonna kill these motherfuckers. The Lord gonna nuke the shit out of that damn Israel and vaporize these motherfuckers.
It is her ancestors' land. She, very indigenous. She believes her ancestors are from there. This lady, she claims her ancestors are from there. I mean, I just have to read to you guys the Wikipedia page on this group, and then of course I'll check the sources on the Wikipedia page as well. So Beni Manash is a community of Indian Jews from various different ethnic-speaking groups from the border of India, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, who claim descent from one of the 10 lost tribes. Myanmar, from the 10 lost tribes.
10? Oh, I guess the other two been found. Judah and Levi. I mean, you mean to tell me the rest, they were lost still? Yeah. Anyway, what is this scripture, man?
Allegedly based on the belief in an ancestor named.
And then so-called Judites came and delivered them onto an airplane. Shit, they delivered them on I don't know the name of the airplane they're flying on, 737. They delivered them on a 737, and they were fed crackers and the crackers and wine while they on their flight to Israel. They've been delivered out of there. Anyway,
named Men Massi, some of them have adopted Judaism. Now here's the interesting part. The movement began in 1951 when a tribal leader reported having a dream that his people's ancient homeland was Israel. This is just 3.
But wait a minute. What about the real biblical Israelites? What about us? What about us? You got people that's over there right now. They been shitted on. That came from the United States. They knew who they were, and they came to the United States and went to there, and now they wasn't that place, the city they living in. That's a shithole. Because they deliberately put them in there. But anyway, oh my goodness. Anyway.
Years after Israel's creation, some tribal members began embracing the idea that they were Jews. Before the movement start, the community was largely a Christian one. In the late 20th century, the Israeli rabbi named these people Beni Manash. Beni in Arabic means, I believe, the sons of, based on their account of the descent from Manasseh. In 2003 to 2004, DNA testing of several hundred males did not yield conclusive evidence of Middle Eastern ancestry. In 2005, another study found evidence of maternal descent near Eastern ancestry, but suggested the findings were an artifact of thousands of years of intermarriage between people of the Near and Middle East. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're gonna find a way to make it.
Oh, they trying. Oh, they proved with DNA testing. Wait a minute. Go back, bro. Go back.
It did not yield conclusive evidence of Middle Eastern ancestry. In 2005, another study found evidence of maternal descent near Eastern ancestry, but suggested the findings were an artifact of thousands of years of intermarriage between people of the Near and Middle East. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're gonna.
What it says? God damn.
Find
genetic testing, also known as DNA testing, is used. Oh, that's.
They're gonna find a way to make.
It was a group of whatever name. Matter of fact, let me see if I can look this shit up. Oh my goodness, this shit is laughable, bro. Hold on, what's the name of the tribe? They call. I don't know, man. Damn, I forgot what it called. I think I found it. What is it at? Oh, here we go. In the late 20th century, the Israeli rabbi, that faggot, whatever his name is, of the group, whatever, named these people the whatever, based on their account of descendants of Manasseh. In 2003 and 2004, DNA testing for several hundred males. But wait a minute, they did a DNA testing. But wait a minute, partner. Pump your brakes, pull the e-brake, get the slipping and sliding, drifting like it's Fast and the Furious Part 3. Shit, Tokyo Drift. Wait a minute, bro. Don't they ban DNA testing in the land of Israel? But they're doing a DNA test on these people. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Community members did not yield conclusive evidence of Middle Eastern. First of all, Middle Eastern's bullshit. It's supposed to be West Asian. And they're all in Asia anyway. From that area of India to the so-called Middle East. That's all Asia. Anyway. The fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm like, how you doing a DNA test on these people, but you banning DNA tests over in the Holy Land? It's not like you're gonna pinpoint the truth or through the, like you got DNA of the most oldest Israelite known in this world. You got some bone marrow DNA or hair sample of the oldest Israelite dated back 3,000 years ago. No, bro. Anyway, the DNA, if you want to know the DNA and the proof, that's all in the Bible. It's all in the Bible. These niggas ain't known to be going to no transatlantic slave trade, no kind of slavery, hardcore slavery. They ain't being called bywords and called certain names like Uncle Tomahawk nigger, tree nigger, wetback, or pork, black, Latino, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, none of that bullshit. Native engine. What kind of engine? 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder engine? No. They ain't being called any of that. Hell, they ain't even being called white. Yeah, because you're going to have Israelites that are Asian. You're going to have Israelites that look like the heathens. That's like a byword too, a pride, whatever you call it. Yeah, that's not anyway. I'm sick of this world.
To make it so it doesn't, they'll find a way. They believe it, and they'll go ahead. So basically, what we have here is that Israel now is bringing in these people. Anybody but Palestinians, by the way. Anybody but Palestinians are indigenous. At this point, anybody. You should bring in, Hawaii.
What did you just say, nigga? Wait a minute.
Here is that Israel now is bringing in these people. Anybody but Palestinians, by the way. Anybody but Palestinians are indigenous.
No, they're not. Palestinians are not indigenous. Palestinians are not. When the real people left out of them, they came along. But the Palestinians are not indigenous. Fuck no, you got it all twisted, buddy. And they're gonna say they're the real. No, they're not. They're none of them heathens. This place is full of nothing but heathens, bro.
At this point, anybody. You should bring in, Hawaiian Islanders, French.
Oh, the Hawaiian Islanders, like the Japhetic people. Now you're gonna have Israelites amongst them people.
Just everybody but Palestinians are indigenous to the land.
Well, you're going to have Israelites that are scattered all over the world. They're going to come in different backgrounds. But these people are not the people. But they just picking anybody to be part of their flock so they can use their ass for something.
And notice he literally said, it literally says it.
But it's funny. You ain't going to use blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians to be part of that, bring them into America. Bring them into Israel to be part of them tribes. No. No. Anyway, let's get to the next one. This shit is ridiculous. Man. No.
Right, so Benjamin Netanyahu's Red Sea problems just got a little bit nastier. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. Because Israel has recognised Somaliland, the breakaway state of Somalia, that only Israel recognises. And as a result of that, Somalia has chosen now, with all the Strait of Hormuz access problems Israel is faced with, to put access to the Bab el-Mandeb Strait on the table as well. And Iran's been effectively handed another leverage advantage it didn't even need to build for itself, hasn't it? But like Iran, Somalia has not suddenly become a naval superpower either. It's another case of geography giving them a big advantage. Mogadishu's not parked the fleet across one of the world's most important sea lanes, and frankly, if anyone would do that, we'd have expected more of a military response from the likes of Ansarallah, wouldn't we? The Houthis. But they aren't alone in flexing here. It's not just them with that advantage, because Somalia, sitting on the Horn of Africa as it does, can cause problems for shipping along before they even reach Bab el-Mandeb if coming from Asia, and making shipping potentially think twice if coming from the direction of the Suez Canal if they'll be made to turn tail and head home again. So this is very much a self-inflicted hen coming home to roost for Israel, if you will, because something they cooked up a while ago is suddenly punching them in the face now, right when they're already logistically kiboshed elsewhere. Israel has, of course, taken a breakaway region Somalia still claims as its own territory here, Somaliland, and they've treated it as a useful diplomatic and military foothold near Yemen, and that's widely been presumed to give it a more advantageous position to deal with the Houthis if needs be, or at least that's their logic, and effectively dragged Somalia's legal grievance with that region, with a chunk of its own territory as that is, into the wider Middle Eastern war zone. Israel does love to drag others into it.
I'm like, these motherfuckers talking about that, and there was another thing, Manassas. Anyway, I have to stop. Let me stop. That video's over with. Anyway, back to this.
Warmongering, doesn't it? Only on this occasion it's well and truly gone against them. Now, Israel recognised Somaliland back in December of last year, after the 12-day war against Iran, the previous June, of course, but well before Trump jumped to Netanyahu's tune and went all in again at the end of February. It's worth keeping that in mind, because all the noise around shipping bans and which strait is shut, which isn't it both or is it neither, gets too far ahead of itself. Somaliland declared independence back in 1991, and it runs its own institutions, it's got its own authorities, its own security bodies, its own day-to-day control over places like Hargeisa and Berbera. And it did that because Somalia is made up of numerous federalised states, essentially, similar to the US or the UAE. But Somalia has never accepted their formal breakaway, and the African Union, the UN, and almost every state on earth have treated Somaliland as part of Somalia still. Until December, that was, of last year, that was all nations, because then Israel stepped in as the first country in the world to recognise Somaliland, and broke that. At that point, Somalia's State Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ali Omar, called the whole move unlawful, said Somaliland remains part of Somalia's sovereign territory. The Organisation of Islamic Cooperation condemned the recognition, and Israel later moved to install an envoy as an attack on Somalia's unity. The government in Mogadishu put its objection in the language of sovereignty and territory and legality, which is all very polite wording for one state saying another state has decided to help carve off a useful bit of its coastline without permission, and, well, they're not exactly wrong, are they? Somaliland's coastline is the reason all of this has got any teeth at all. Berbera sits along a stretch of coastline facing...
I don't want to play it. I was just curious about what this is about. Anyway, if you want to watch the rest of it, there go the title of it, there go the channel. Let's move on to something else. See what this is about.
We are back, and we are joined now by Jody Ginsburg, CEO of the Committee to Protect Journalists. Jody, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
So there's this awful story coming out of Lebanon. Amal Khalil, a Lebanese journalist working for Al-Akhbar, was killed by Israel yesterday in southern Lebanon. Tell us about Amal and what happened.
So Amal was a reporter for a privately owned local daily newspaper called Al-Akhbar, and she was on assignment. She was documenting the aftermath of attacks by Israel in southern Lebanon, and she and a freelance journalist called Zainab Faraj sought shelter in a building after a strike killed 2 civilians in a car that was nearby, in a vehicle nearby. They did that, then the building in which they took shelter was directly hit, and that trapped them under the rubble. And that's when we became aware of this. It became very clear that emergency services were being prevented by Israel from getting to this area.
Yeah, they're probably going to blow their ass up too.
Khalil's colleagues were able to contact her while she was trapped, and they have told us that she was in good health after that strike in which she was trapped under the rubble. But when eventually...
Well, there was a double tap, right?
The Red Cross was granted access to the site, she was found dead. And Faraj, unfortunately, is critically injured.
Faraj, the other journalist, as you mentioned, yes, critically injured. This was a double tap, it appears.
Yeah, okay. They hit. See, they didn't say that. I was wondering if that was that one where they was because this is what they do. These faggots will do. They'll hit one place, and it's destruction. And then when the ambulance show up, then they'll hit it again when the ambulance show up. Heck yeah, that's what they do to make more casualties. And this is what all that millions of dollars of missiles go into. Killing civilians. It could be 5 people. They're not like generals or military people. No. It's just press. Damn. Anyway.
Meaning they were attacked and then attacked once again when they sought shelter.
Yeah, it's not entirely clear. A double tap strike that you describe is often what we see, and we've seen a number of times from Israel and in other conflicts in which a location is hit once. Often when emergency services go in or journalists go in, the site is hit once again. That seems to be what's happened here, but it's not clear. But of course, what is also concerning is that it appears that these journalists were not only targeted, which as civilians is prohibited under international law, but under international law, willfully killing, torturing, or causing great suffering, for example, by deliberately denying medical care, is also a breach of the Geneva Convention and would constitute a war crime.
Can you confirm whether or not, once the Red Cross team was granted access to the scene, if they were also attacked by Israeli forces?
I don't have that information, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Most likely they probably were attacked.
So we do not know that for sure. But we do know that she had previously...
Most likely, if they're attacking daggone press, and they have been attacking UN troops too, peacekeepers. Now you know damn well, yeah, they're attacking. Well, not even just UN troops, but people that work for the UN. They're attacking them too, killing them too. Shit, everybody can get it. Shit, even their own people can get it.
Received threats to her life. Al Jazeera reported that in 2024, I believe, or last year, perhaps, an Israeli WhatsApp number was sending her threats. Can you give us an update on that piece of evidence?
Well, what we understand is that she had received numerous threats prior to her killing, including, as you say, a reported death threat back in September 2024. Again, this is a pattern that we've seen from Israel towards prominent journalists in the past. And also, again, a pattern that we've seen before, public incitement against her by an Israeli military official in the days before her killing, which has led to these widespread accusations that she was deliberately targeted. And again, this is a pattern that we've seen in a number of cases that we've worked on over the past 2 years, in which journalists are smeared as being, for example, terrorists without Israel providing credible evidence, and then days later they are murdered.
This happened, I believe, some weeks ago with another journalist who the Israeli, I guess, press office photoshopped in Hezbollah fatigues.
I'm not
Oh yeah, that bullshit. Anyway.
aware of that,
Okay.
Fortunately. But I mean, as I say, this has been a pattern that we've been documenting since October the 7th, in which individuals are accused of being terrorists or accused of having links to terrorist organizations with no credible evidence. And it's a pattern we've seen, unfortunately, again and again in this war.
How many journalists have been killed in Lebanon by Israel this year? Do we know?
I believe it's around, sadly, around 15 journalists in total since October the 7th. And what's striking is we saw that right at the very beginning of the war, shortly after the war, where we saw journalists killed, including a Reuters journalist was killed. And now, obviously, as we're seeing this war and the conflicts in the region escalating with the Iran war, we're seeing renewed attacks in Lebanon.
I wanted to just play this clip here and have you respond to it. Sky News reported here on Amal Khalil's killing by Israel, and you'll see some B-roll footage of her that is played. We were going to play that because it's a tribute to her. Her outlet, Al Akbar, released it, just showing her.
I ain't gonna play no more of this, but anyway, let's get some more news. We got a psychopath. They got an AI that's out there to program to kill everybody. And he's a small hat too.
He is not anyone that I would ever look at and be like, I want some of whatever he's on. Sometimes I see that. I see people that say things that are just so delusional that I think, I want their own, you know?
Well, here's a story that I think is probably as relevant to what we're talking about right now. Not just because Luigi Mangione has completely thrown a curveball into this system, because he clearly has. Because a lot of people recognize, and now it didn't happen overnight, but a lot of these copycats have been, kind of finding their courage, if you will, to do certain things that they think are necessary, especially those that work in these places. But there's something equally sinister about this man. I've been saying for the longest time, I believe he's the most dangerous out of any oligarch that exists. I mean,
he's a Edomite, and also, he's a divine Edomite.
Bezos and clearly Gates are not that far away, but this is some serious psychopathic shit right here.
I don't know why you don't include Peter Thiel in this assessment.
Well, Peter Thiel is part of Palantir, but I also think that Karp drives the car. I think Peter Thiel is
He's a lizard man.
Yeah, he is a lizard man. But Alex Karp is the true psychopath, as far as I'm concerned. Palantir wants to bring back the draft. Of course they do.
Thank you for that recommendation, Josie. We will have to check that out. We will have to look into that.
On Sunday afternoon, Palantir, the defense tech company that sells, excuse me, let's see if I can blow this up. On Sunday afternoon, Palantir, the defense tech company that sells software to clients like ICE, the U.S. military, and the Israeli military, decided to give us all a piece of their mind. The company's official X account published a list of excerpts from co-founder Alex Karp's 2025 book, The Technological Republic. The book frames Silicon Valley's move into military tech as the righteous repayment of a moral debt owed to the country that built the tech billionaire class. The engineering elite of Silicon Valley has an affirmative obligation to participate in the defense of the nation.
I'm sorry, wait. I'm sorry. He's suggesting that the moral debt is owed to a country because
says a righteous repayment of a moral debt owed to the country that built the tech billionaire class.
Because the country built the tech billionaire class. You stupid motherfucking elitist piece of shit man. No, the moral debt is owed to all the workers whose necks you've stood on and whose backs you've broken.
They're the ones who damn built the shit.
Again, to create your wealth. The government. What the fuck?
If you read past the post and dig into the book itself, you'll find that this sentence continues, the engineering elite must also, Karp said, participate in the articulation of a national project.
Well, that's Esau. He want to take pride of everything. Even the company that he supposedly built, but the laborers, the people that built it, were, the people that work under you.
What is this country? What are our values? And for what do we stand? That is to say, men like Karp should decide what this country is.
See, here's the thing, is that I'm starting to, realize the importance of words even more than I ever have. He's not a man. That's not a man. It's seriously, people like that diminish, especially, and I don't know what you were referring to in that text before about the video, my rape segment. I don't know what you were talking about that, but men, real men, are protectors. Masculine energy is a protective energy. Okay, so when you're out there,
and she's right about that,
not protecting, you're not a real man.
This is also one of the primary reasons why we are losing the Constitution. It isn't from just one or a handful of bad apples in federal elected seats. It's people like him who do not believe that the law applies. It's like, no, I am above the law. I am more important than the law. I am the law. I create this. I'm the one who made this world what it is. Again, they believe that they're masters of the universe. That's what they believe. And the rules do not apply. We make the rules. He who has the gold makes the rules. And that is what they believe. There is no question that is how Karp is.
Interesting.
If a U.S. Marine asks for a better rifle, we should build it. And the same goes for software. Palantir's Bill Ackman-esque discretion continued. It asserts that the future of American military dominance will not depend on nuclear deterrence, but on AI weaponry. So don't you get it now, guys? Don't you get why all of these data centers are popping up everywhere? It isn't to make your life better, and yes, I've seen your ads, Tony Robbins. No, this is
Get to the next video, more about this nigga. What do you got to say in this one?
We are diving into, we're going to do a mini deep dive here about something we all need to be aware about, and that's Palantir. I've talked about Palantir on the show before, but now they have released this evil plan that they have for all of us, and people need to pay attention. First of all, this is how embedded Palantir is now in the government. Everybody look at this. DOD, U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, Marine Corps, Special Operations, DHS, ICE, HSI, HHS, CDC, FDA, USDA, FBI, DOJ, IRS, CIA, CBP, FAA, NSA, SSA, Social Security.
Pretty much, Amalek has control over all that shit. Pretty much. I didn't know what they're gonna be talking about in this video. I could have put it in the video I did this morning about AI, but I didn't want to. I didn't really bother to watch to see what they talked about. But I don't know. But like I said earlier, this is all connected to the small hats because they're the ones who are in control of all this shit.
NASA, FEMA, Department of State, Department of Treasury, you guys get it, the list goes on and on. That's how embedded Palantir is right now in our country. I've been warning people about this for quite some time. You have to know this is
how embedded Amalek is in this country.
Not just about Alex Karp.
And, this country's military, government, banking, food, policing, security, surveillance, media, even from all the way to the porn industry, everything, the tech.
And Peter Thiel, J.D. Vance is 100% behind this as well. He supports all of this. And I'm sounding the alarm right now about big tech and what it means for the rest of us. They dropped this master plan that I think should give everybody pause. Because we get asked a lot, the technological republic in brief. We're just going to skim through these. There's one in particular I got to stop and touch on. Silicon Valley owes a moral debt to the country that made its rise possible. We must rebel against the tyranny of the apps. Free email is not enough. Just going into some of these things. The limits of soft power, of soaring rhetoric alone have been exposed. The question is not whether AI weapons will be built. It is who will build them and for what purpose. So they're telling you here right now, AI weapons are going to happen. Right here. National service should be a universal duty. We should, as a society, seriously consider moving away from all volunteer force and only fight the next war if everyone shares in the risk and the cost.
Yeah, I did play a video. I forgot who it was that was talking about the same thing. But anyway, I wasn't going to play it all. Man, I'm going to play a little bit of it. I'm just going to start right here with this video. If you want to watch the rest of it, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel. Yeah, man, small hats, they control. They showing you who runs this shit. And there was a time you couldn't say anything about it. Well, there was some men that were saying about it, but they weren't out known. I mean, they weren't widely known or heard of. And I'm talking about the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah, but now, this clearly you see that who's running every damn thing here in America and other parts around the world. Amalek. Esau Amalek. Man, I'm tired.
Right, so another Green Party suspension has now put the party's pro-Palestine politics under even more pressure now, as it starts to look like a deliberate targeting of anti-Zionists being borne out. Tony Greenstein, a Jewish anti-Zionist and long-standing Palestine campaigner, has been suspended, and now so is Mark Adderley, filmmaker, anti-genocide campaigner, Green Party candidate for Crystal Palace in Upper Norwood and Croydon. Adderley's not shuffled off into the corner and apologised for existing over this, though. He's said he's disgusted, which you can imagine he would. He's accused Labour Minister Steve Reid and others of defamatory smears. He's blasted the Green Party administration for folding to weaponised anti-Semitism claims and said he will seek legal advice. Labour figures and pro-Israel media have been pushing the familiar line that a party attracting Palestine supporters must therefore have an anti-Semitism problem, because apparently British politics is now just one long complaint storm, with Steve Reid holding the pen apparently. The damage is not yet landing on the people driving that pressure, it's landing on the Greens. The question now is whether members force the party to resist it or watch them get trapped in the same position that Jeremy Corbyn was, with everything that then followed with him. The smear was meant to isolate anti-Zionists inside the Greens, but for as much as two suspensions on this front are certainly alarming, it also put the whole complaints machine of the Green Party under public scrutiny before the trap has actually settled into party habit. Zach Polanski, of course, ends up sitting in the middle of all of it because he leads the Green Party of England and Wales. It's not because he personally has to have pressed the suspension button himself. The official Green Party complaint structure has got specific routes through complaints and referral and disciplinary machinery, as you would imagine a full-on party, a political party would have, wouldn't you? There's a disputes and complaints referral group. There is a disciplinary committee. There are standing orders on this sort of stuff. There are steps and forms and thresholds and all the dear little procedural furniture that institutions have in place that they wheel out when the room starts smelling a bit iffy. But where Polanski might not have his hands directly on the suspension sin bin lever, he is the face of the party carries the political fallout. When that system produces suspensions of anti-Zionists, well, the party is selling itself as one place standing up for Palestinians, standing up for Jewish people amidst the weaponisation of anti-Semitism in their name. And indeed for many of Labour's abandoned Palestinian or Palestine-backing voters as well, still being slandered as racist by an appallingly Zionist Labour Party. Leadership here is not storming in with a sword and a vegan sausage roll. Leadership is drawing a political line in the sand and saying enough is enough. You aren't doing this again. This ends here, not this party. And on that,
I ain't gonna play no more. If you want to watch the rest of it, they got a title or they got a channel. I want to get to play this one.
Yeah, all right. Was the attempted assassin, Cole Thomas Allen, linked to Israel? And the idea. Is that what the real motive was for the attempted assassination? And we've already gone over the White House and the administration's theory that this guy was just a crazed liberal and that liberals do crazy, violent things. We've gone over the theory that this guy was actually a ballroom patsy, that he was set up somehow to justify the building of a ballroom.
Yeah, more deeper agendas like certain bills and laws to be passed. put, you know, it's a bunch of shit. Why don't y'all just go ahead and do it? Why y'all have to pull some tacky ass fucking, some wacky tacky hoax and shit? Just fucking do it, nigga. Damn.
And this segment, we are going to explore the possibility that he is linked to Israel and what would be the motivation for Israel to do something like this. Now, I believe when they are doing, now, if this was a staged assassination attempt, if this was set up, I believe that they usually, whoever does the setting up, comes up with, you know, plan A, B, C, and D. And those plans allow them to go in different directions for blame, depending on, you know, what's useful in that moment, or depending on how the public goes, which way the public wants to go with it. And so, although in this case, I guess that line of thinking doesn't really make sense. That one makes more sense when you think of like Charlie Kirk, for example. Like, suddenly, you know, at first, well, Charlie Kirk, for one, is that there were a lot of tweets that were put out several weeks, months, and days before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And there were people saying, you know, watch out for September 10th, something really bad is going to happen. And there were all of these kind of predictive tweets. But what's interesting about the predictive tweets is that they all had like an Arab's name. And so it was like it was set.
Right, yeah, whatever. Next video.
Randy Fine is being challenged by Dan Bilzerian for Florida's 6th Congressional District as we speak. And you want to give Randy credit for going on channels and getting whatever pathetic message he has out there. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as, how pathetic does Tim Pool have to be to want to have somebody like Randy Fine on his channel? There is such thing as just not talking to certain people because they're not worth talking to. I really don't understand where any value at all would come from speaking with such a buffoon. And yet, he decided to have him on, and sure enough, he buttered him up, no pun intended, with the topic of Israel.
A question for you, right? So I keep hearing about how the biggest podcasts in the world right now are those that are critical of Israel. And the people that Trump has been criticizing.
And he's one of them guys that's been paid off by Amalek to speak highly of Amalek and good things about Amalek. Shit.
Prominent podcasters all have some of the top spots, and they're all very critical of Israel. Some of them discuss what they call greater Israel and Jewish supremacy. And I guess my issue is, why haven't the Jews, considering they control all media, why are they allowing that to happen? It's a great question.
And then look, they got a small hat there. I didn't know who the fuck this nigga is, or that when he mentioned his name, I didn't know who he is, or was he? But yeah, they got his fat ass with a damn little beanie. Look, this shit looks so fucking retarded. Had that little beanie cap on top of his head.
Well, we can start with myself and Jen. And the fact of the matter is, on the one hand, we saw our channel grow exponentially over the last 10 months. You know, we spent over 4 years getting to just over 20,000 subscribers. And in the last 10 months, we've grown 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, because now the truth is out there. And a lot, hey, it's just like the brothers, you know, brothers of GMS and other camps, they're speaking of like the true doctor. Even brothers who by themselves doing this truth. Man, we had like say for me, for example, and that can go for everybody going through this. You had like maybe 1 subscriber, maybe 100 subscribers just from the get-go. Then all of a sudden, these devils being exposed, the people start paying attention to what's going on, what these niggas are doing. Now people are searching out certain things about, it's a lot of stuff going on. It ain't just a small head, but there's a lot of things, strange things going on, and people trying to figure things out. And then the Lord guides some of these Israelites to the prophets of Yahweh Shema. Now, you know, pretty much the wicked being revealed, and the truth is being told all over the world. I mean, it's so much. It's a great awakening. There's a whole lot of stuff that Yahweh Shema doing is a miracle, man. And you seeing like people's subscriptions are blown up because people out there seeking some substance. They're seeking truth. Yeah. And the ultimate best truth is from the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah. But hey, you got a third witness. They seeking truth to these folks too. But it's not like the truth like the other 2 witnesses. The prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Now Israel and talking about it had a lot to do with it, for sure. But that doesn't mean that that doesn't come with a great deal of scrutiny and a great deal of risk.
Man, they still talking about staying for Ukraine in the U.S. Man, shut the fuck up with that shit. Oh, nigga don't give a fuck. No shit.
We've been shadow banned. We have lost relationships, family and friends. Can't even really call them that anymore if they're really on board with all of that nonsense. But then you think about the other aspects that come with it. The economic aspects. Lost my job.
Hey, that's how it is when you in this truth. You're going to go through some things. You're going to have some ups, but you're going to have a whole lot of downs.
Legal aspects, threats they're in. I've been visited by the police.
Yeah, and especially dealing with calling out the wicked, Esau, Amalek.
And no, it wasn't a friendly visit.
And plus, you're reclaiming your heritage, your identity. No fucking being black identity. Like, shut the fuck up.
It was a threatening visit. And who's to say it's not going to happen again? And this is what we're up against. And yet, one of the things that I took away in the early stages of observing this conversation, because I didn't watch it, I only watched a few clips. But here's something that I noticed. Two things. Number one, when Tim was really flying high, and I mean really flying high, he was getting 60,000 live viewers at a time. When this conversation was going on, he had a quarter of that, 15,000. Now that's still very impressive, no two ways about it, but when you're on the corporate algorithm, and you're only getting 15,000 live viewers?
But then again, they can add more viewers in, fake viewers, if they wanted to, but
maybe your shtick's just not working like it used to.
Nobody ain't dealing with no damn Amalek, somebody who's a cunt, what's it called, a cock for Amalek.
And if that's not enough,
pretty much a bitch for Amalek.
Restricted commentary on the live stream with Randy Fine to only those that are official members of Timcast IRL. So what that means is only the people that are essentially paying are the ones that are allowed to make comments. So we all know if everyone was allowed to share their thoughts about Randy Swine, it wouldn't be very good. And why has Tim Pool gone down this road?
Randy Swine? That's his name? Oh, let me check. Who is Randy Swine? Oh. What the fuck? Oh, a Jewish Republic. Oh, Randy Fine. Well, they call him Randy Swine as a joke. Whatever.
For one, it's obviously about the money. Two, it may be about certain relationships that he's forged that he can't get himself out of now. And if there's a third reason, it's because he doesn't have any principles. And for a lot of people that are in these spaces, there are no principles. They don't exist. People switch sides, people talk, they do what they have to do as long as they're getting paid. Jen went on with Tim in 2021, I believe. It's been a while. It's changed since then. But you know, the good thing about that whole experience is that we connected with Luke Rakowski. We connected with Ian Crossland.
All right, I'm stopping right there. Let's get to this. I don't know what this shit is about, but the thumbnail is a whole... I don't know, the thumbnail. I'll just get to it. Shit. Man, it felt like... I was gonna say it felt like I know I haven't read anything yet. It's been a minute. There's just so many videos I've been playing, and some of them I just didn't want to play. I just feel like it was boring. I was just curious about what they're about, but whatever.
For many years, and I'm talking many years, the closest ally for Israel is probably Greece, frankly, because they're right next to each other. And so very often, the connection between Athens and Tel Aviv has been very common. Quick flight, people constantly going back and forth. But the Greeks have
Now,
turned.
the people, the citizens are tired of their ass. Hell yeah, I remember that footage when they was on the rats was on that boat. And then the Greek citizens, they were like, man, get your ass out of here, bitch. We don't want you here. We don't want you on that boat on our waters, nigga. Get the hell on. Shit, you hop on. Hey, them, as soon as them rats get off that boat, some of them folks' children gonna be missing. Some of the Greeks' children gonna be missing. Hell yeah.
Substantially as a collective people against the Israelis. They don't like them there. And so now we are seeing a very controversial problem that exists not just over there, as it does here. We share a common theme. The overwhelming majority of the United States, the American people, do not want to be party to the Israeli cause, the Zionist cause. But the State Department does. And while the Greeks do not want to be party to this, the Greek government certainly does, because it pays. Again, pyramid of power. Israel moving to Greece. Israeli officials have...
Where's this biblical? What the they supposed to be in the Holy Land, but they're moving to Greece. Oh my goodness, there's so much shit pointing out that they are the biggest fraudsters in the world, bro. The biggest identity thieves in the fucking world. And the shit ain't got so much blood on their hands. But anyway, man, where is this in the Bible, nigga? Maybe it's in the Talmud. I guess so. This could be in the Talmud when they're doing this prophecy, and this is probably the Talmud of the 15th edition. They have to keep adding things into that shit ass book. Anyway, what they say? Hold on, wait a minute. Israeli officials have officially requested the purchase of Greek islands as a safe haven for Jews. Where is this in the Bible, man? I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. They talk about safe haven. They bought some islands so they could be safe. Wait a minute, they supposed to be dwelling in Israel in safety alone. Let's get to it. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 28. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. Only Israel. And the fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down dew. What is this? Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 6. In the days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell in safety. But only in the land of Israel, not in the land of Greece. Islands. And then plus living somewhere else like Argentina. No. I don't know what other country these rats scurried to. They scurried, they fled the rat nest. Now they making a home anywhere else. Shit, they probably make a home behind your refrigerator. I remember I found a rat nest behind my refrigerator in my basement. I was about to get ready to throw this basement away. I'm about to throw a basement away. I'm about to throw I'm about to say it again. Throw the basement away. I'm about to throw this refrigerator away that was in the basement. It was old. That damn thing probably older than, or almost older than me and my parents' old freezer. Not a refrigerator, but a freezer. But anyway, it wasn't them freezers that's the shit though. But it stopped working. But anyway, it was like probably 30-some years old. But anyway, and I found a rat nest in the refrigerator. Because I did have some infestation of these little rats running around in my basement and my neighbors. They found a way in because the neighbors had trash in a driveway or whatever, and the rats showed up, and then they came over here. They found a way in, and that hell wasn't nothing but a damn rat party. Them niggas, there were like 11 of them motherfuckers I killed. Shit. But anyway, speaking of these rats with the small hats, yeah, these niggas supposed to be dwelling safely in Israel. But no, they're dwelling safely somewhere else. They bought some property. They bought fucking islands. Look at this shit. They purchased Greek islands. Where's that in the scriptures?
Officially requested the purchase of Greek islands as a safe haven for Jews.
For Amalekites. But where is this in the scriptures, bruh? The scriptures don't say that the Israelites is going to be buying land for safety. So get that. Goodness fucking gracious. This is a hot mess.
Middle East, West Asia, continues to descend.
West Asia. Yeah. What is this? Wow, the Middle East, and he says West Asia. Ain't that something? So now, I guess more people starting to realize it's not the Middle East, and the reason why they call that so they can cover up tracks. Anyway,
Israelis have realized that their existence in occupied Palestine is on the verge of being compromised. Thus, they are looking for Greece and Cyprus as potential landing spots. They're doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mexico too. I forgot about that.
Colin, the suggestion that Greece would sell its islands to a foreign group is a betrayal of the Hellenic people, orthodoxy, and Greek history. Greece belongs to the Greek people. Reports from Israeli and Greek government sources suggest that Israeli officials have requested to purchase various Greek islands as a safe haven for Jews fleeing Israel. This constitutes a betrayal of the Hellenic people and the Hellenic state the Greek ancestors fought and died for. Greece is not a country that can be sold to any other people for any purpose. Greece is a state and a nation which belong to the Greek people exclusively. Israel, or any other country, for that matter, would not tolerate selling their land, infrastructure, or industry to a foreign power.
Pretty much saying that these people, they're tired of Amalek. And I don't know, I mean, you're going to have Israelites amongst these people. And the majority, I don't know, the majority of people, that just, I guess in Greece, are Edomites. And they're tired of these damn Edomites. And they're divided. That shows you hell, they divided. And the house of Edom is divided and they can't stand. Shit. And they can't stand hell. These Edomites in Greece can't stand these damn Edomites they claiming to be the holy people.
The extent to which this has already happened in Greece is the result of foreign interference that the Greek people never asked for, and did not.
Right, now where's that thumbnail? They showed a thumbnail of some fat bitch wearing a bikini, blowing a horn or some shit. What is this about? 13 countries worldwide now ban Israeli passport holders from entering in their territory. Yeah, y'all niggas are not allowed. Y'all niggas are banned.
Ban Israeli passport holders from entering their territory. Here's an idea. Traveling with an Israeli passport comes with restrictions in several countries around the world. Currently, at least 13 countries do not allow Israeli passport holders to enter their territory due to political and diplomatic reasons. These countries include Algeria, Bangladesh, Brunei, Iran, Iraq.
Of course, Iran, Iraq, whatever.
Kuwait, Lebanon, Libya.
Oh, yeah, Kuwait. They don't want your ass there?
Pakistan, Saudi Arabia.
Wait a minute, Saudi Arabia don't want you there? But wait a minute, the Crown Prince, he's a small hat too.
Syria, Yemen, and the Maldives.
Yeah, let me make sure. Come on, bro. What is it gonna take this long to do a voice thing? Who is the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia? Yeah, this nigga, he a small hatter underneath that towel. Heck yeah, this nigga's an Amalekite. He just looked like Ishmael or Elon, whatever the fuck, which one it is. But they even said in Jerusalem Post, they said this nigga's a small hatter with a towel on top of it. Anyway.
The Maldives are the most recent country to ban them. The bans are often rooted in these nations'
Zio free zone. These niggas are not welcome nowhere, bro. They are not welcome nowhere. Well, they are with America, but soon, hey, and it's just like all you Edomites. These ain't the only people that's gonna be looked at as like fugitives and vagabonds. Shit, and hey, the curses are turned upon thy enemies. And that's the Amalek. Shit, I know this video gonna be deleted, or I'm gonna get a hate speech, whatever, if I post this shit on YouTube. Oh well. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on thee and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Yeah, y'all niggas thought y'all was free. You was able to freely roam the world and travel wherever you want to go, but not anymore. Not anymore. People are tired of y'all asses. Heck yeah. They probably tired of your ass smelling so bad too. I bet them niggas stink. Hell, all the Edomites that work at there in my shift at my job, enough of my Edomite males, they all stink. You could stand 3, 4, 5 feet away from these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers smell like they haven't taken a bath in weeks, nigga. For real, man. These niggas stink. These niggas smell like they ain't never took a bath. Man, goodness gracious, bro. Shit. These niggas got an odor on them. Shit. And only they're like, there's me and this Jake. And there's a new Jake that working there. I don't smell nothing off of them. I don't pick up no odor. You ain't gotta be too close. You be like at least 5 feet away. You can smell them crackers stinky, man. Them niggas smell like a two-legged fucking septic tank. Like a septic tank with 2 legs. Nah, they don't smell that bad, but they motherfuckers all musty though. They some fucking musk rats. Some musty ass damn Edomites. Just say it like that.
The bans are often rooted in these nations' refusal to recognize the state of Israel, and they enforce strict immigration policies that prevent entry for Israeli nationals. Now remember, one of the main reasons, and again this gets back to the pyramid power structure, why is it that they are permitted into the country in the first place? Because money talks and justice walks. That's how it works. We don't want the Israelis in our country, but they come with a lot of money and power.
A lot of shekels.
So people are willing to look the other way.
They probably got some damning evidence of because you know these niggas got the spyware stuff on your phone, computers. They do all that shit. They spy on you and see what kind of so they can hold it against you and bribe you. Yeah, and get their way. The Amalekite way.
As long as they're getting their wheels greased. In some cases, the restrictions are nuanced. For example, Iraq's autonomous...
All right, here you go. I think this is the one. We got a fat bitch in bikini dancing and singing. Where that at? Here you go. Now, no wonder they're being banned. Let's see. No wonder they're being banned. Goodness gracious, that's a fucking albino whale right there. Look at the jiggle. The jiggle wiggle. Please stop jumping. Please stop jumping. And she looking like, man, sit your ass down. Sit your fucking fat ass down, you big bitch. Oh, big and nasty. At least she have some decency to keep her ass sat down. Goodness gracious. Oh my good, poor Greek people. So sorry for you. Oh my goodness.
For those wondering, why is it that this Randy Fine in female form decided to do this absurd dance and act like a fool? It turns out.
And this bitch dancing, they ain't showing that she's, hey man, we supposed to be known as the salt of the earth. We're gonna be moving, we're gonna be dancing like with rhythm and some flavor and shit, smooth like. This bitch hopping around like a, she's just hopping.
But they were apparently offended.
I would be too, seeing this big roly-poly Sally-like infested bitch.
By one of the help.
Goodness gracious, what the fuck?
That had a Palestinian flag on lapel on. They saw it, and then they started doing this shit. And that should not surprise anybody, because this is what they do. They will make your lives an absolute living hell.
But now the Lord is making their lives an absolute living hell over in Israel and everywhere they go. Like shit. Heck, and I love it. I love it. They gonna run these monkey ass niggas out of there too. Yeah. But anyway, Exodus chapter 17 verse 16. For he said, because the Lord Yahweh have sworn that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek for generation to generation. So the Lord Yeah, he's warm with these devils. And shit, he gonna end it with nuclear fire. Let me see. I think I'm done. I don't want to see this big fat bitch dancing anymore. Let's get to this last one. I don't know what this is about. It's about congressmen pass or push bill to give benefits to IDF veterans. Shit.
Speaking of
Oh man, don't start this shit. This buffer.
that are stupid and offensive, let's talk about this push. Another legislative push here. Really love the way our legislators are spending their time to provide certain benefits that are normally only available to U.S. service members to those who serve in the IDF. Like, I could not have imagined something that is so insane and so, as we said yesterday, like tailor-made
So they giving. Wow, ain't that something?
People resent Israel even more than they increasingly do. But let's go ahead and put this up on the screen from military.com. The emerging push to extend some U.S. benefits to IDF soldiers. A real policy push emerged in 2024 to extend certain legal protections to Americans who served in the IDF. In 2024, members of Congress introduced H.R. 8445, a bill that would have amended federal law to provide for the eligibility of U.S. citizens who serve in the Israeli Defense Forces for certain protections relating to such service. They go on to talk about how, under current law, these veterans' benefits are tied to service in the U.S. Armed Forces. Oh, really? Okay, that is the definition of veteran. Well, they want to change that definition for certain benefits and specifically certain legal protections. So specifically what they're trying to extend, and I'm still reading from this article, they say the Service Member Civil Relief Act provides protections such as limits on interest rates, protections against eviction and foreclosure, and relief in certain legal proceedings. They also want to extend the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, which guarantees that individuals who leave civilian employment for military service can return to their jobs and are protected from discrimination. Both of these, Sagar, are really significant benefits. I mean, the ability to leave your job, go and serve in the IDF, and come back with a guarantee that you're going to have that job protected and be able to return to that job, that is a very substantial benefit. Protections against eviction and certain, special treatment in legal proceedings, also a very significant benefit. And the idea that we would give this to Americans who are serving in a foreign military is just completely bananas to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, reading through this, the proposal explicitly frames it as deserving of treatment similar to military service for protection.
They really give you that type of protection? I don't know.
Now, again, how real is this? I mean, it's been introduced in Congress at the very least.
This is a bill. This is a bill that's but it's not happening right now.
Look, all kinds of crazy stuff gets added into Congress every single day.
But joining the IDF military or doing their little shit. This is what you get. You should be getting benefits of this stuff just being a soldier for America and getting free housing or getting anyway.
Usually something like this gets headline.
You don't have to worry. You don't have to get no special benefits joining the baby dick sucking military.
Treatment. Like, let's say if it were a Democrat, or something, the Republicans would do a big press conference on it. To my knowledge, there has not been any sort of denouncement of this, let's say, by the Democratic leadership or elevation. It's been quietly published here over at military.com. It's gotten quite a bit of analysis from commentators and other people like us, but it's not the scandal here in Washington that it should be. And look, I don't expect this to actually become policy, but there are real questions that have always existed around the IDF and U.S. citizens serving in the IDF. It literally says in your passport that you're not supposed to serve in a foreign military. And yet, we just seem to turn a blind eye, to all of these Americans who go over there. You'll even see it with IDF casualties. They'll be like so-and-so of Connecticut. You're like, what? What was that? Or, remember, didn't we play an IDF spokesperson here? This guy is clearly from America, right? I mean, we were like, we're like, interesting accent. What was that? I remember when I was in Israel, I would meet people like, oh, where are you from? Expecting them to say like, Haifa. And they're like, oh, I'm from Boston. I was like, what? Like, okay. I wasn't aware. There's over 1 million people who are citizens who live in the country. It's not that big of a country. So you could see very clearly, like, there's a lot of Americans who are over there, and there's a real culture of Americans going to serve in the IDF. That's fine if you want to make that choice. I think you should lose your citizenship, like, immediately. I definitely think there's no such thing as dual citizenship. In my opinion, it should be abolished entirely. It kind of goes against the idea of citizenship in the first place. But connecting it to something bigger, this is more of this is more of the special exception policy that we've always made, that it extends now to the very basis of citizenship itself. So put the next one up here on the screen. I think this one is just crazy. In guidance now to immigration officers, the administration describes participating in any pro-Palestinian protests and criticizing Israel as overwhelmingly negative factors for any potential green card seeker here in the United States. So look, remember, like what should be extremely disqualifying as citizens? Should we all, can we agree on things? Crystal, you and I disagree. For me, what would be extremely disqualifying green card? You don't speak English? GTFO. You shouldn't be applying for a green card. You aren't able to prove that you have a wage which is going to sustain you and make sure that you're not on welfare? Yeah, GTFO. Otherwise. But views on Israel has no bearing on my life or your ability to contribute or be a good citizen whatsoever. And yet, that's being included here as overwhelmingly negative as a factor. And remember, too, this is going to apply for the World Cup and for all of these foreign entrants to the United States, because while this is for green card, they're also screening a lot of travelers who are coming into the country.
Yeah, but if they make it through, I guess if they make it through, ICE will come and get them.
None of it has anything to do with us. That's the crazy
Well, it will not surprise you to learn that my criteria for green card holders would be different and less stringent than yours. But in any case, what I think is noteworthy
it's a good
here,
argument, though. Don't table that, all right?
What is noteworthy here, though, and what's noteworthy with the previous story about extending veterans benefits to IDF soldiers, is that this is the only country we treat this way. The only one. Like, if you say nice things about, like, let's pick another official bad guy nation in the world, about like North Korea. That's not gonna bar you. You'll be fine. They're not even gonna look for that, right? They won't care. But if you have wrong think on Israel, oh well, now this is outrageous. Wait, you believe in human rights for Palestinians? We can't have that. That goes against our Western civilizational values. This belief in universal human rights, including for Palestinians, can't have that. And that's, I think, the thing that people are really picking up on, and it's driving them crazy. It's something we've talked about too with all of the law.
I'm gonna stop right there. If you want to watch the rest of the video, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel. That's all I got to say, man. Yeah. Earlier I said there's a big awakening, and also there's a big revealing. Yep, and it's happening. The Lord is revealing who the wicked are and who the righteous is. But the wicked are, shit, Esau, Amalek. Second, and who the righteous be, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? An Israelite that look like some of the heathens, like this chick right here, look like a so-called white person or Edomite. She could be an Israelite. Then again, most likely, I don't think she's an Israelite. She's just a heathen. But anyway, man, that's just using her as an example. But for the wicked being revealed, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, using his prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him who's coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. And who's coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, lying wonders? Esau, him, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby. They sucking Jewish faggot nigger. Amalek. Anyway, that's all I got to say. But seek Yahweh Shema Shah by seeking his prophets, and take heed of what to say, and try to build a spiritual, mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preach, keep on teach, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah, and stay humble. And to you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order, Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and bless to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.